Hey guys, let's get more news from Steelers, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. What is Steelers HC Mike Tomlin's greatest weakness? Under the leadership of head coach Mike Tomlin, the Pittsburgh Steelers are facing a crucial juncture. The team's struggles this NFL season are not merely a reflection of Tomlin's decision-making, but are attributed to significant injuries and suspensions affecting key players. Stay ahead of the game and elevate your sports betting experience with SportsGrid. The Steelers have been hit hard by injuries, especially in crucial positions. Kenny Pickett has missed 2.5 games, during which the team suffered losses. The linebacker core has been severely weakened, and the secondary has faced its own challenges. Damontae Kazee is currently suspended for the year pending appeal, and Minkah Fitzpatrick has been sidelined for at least this week after missing more than half of Saturday's loss against the Indianapolis Colts. Fitzpatrick has also dealt with various injuries throughout the season, suffering from 4 different ailments. Critics suggesting a coaching change in light of these challenges are missing the bigger picture. The real issue lies in the Steelers' offensive staff, which may require significant changes if not a complete overhaul. The team needs an offensive coordinator who is not just qualified but extraordinary, a caliber of talent they haven't seen since around 2008 or 2005. Check out SportsGrid's NFL game picks and NFL props picks all season long. This responsibility falls on Tomlin. His major weakness has been his inability to surround himself with the best coaching staff. When he became the Steelers' head coach, he inherited very good coordinators like Bruce Arians and Dick LeBeau. However, his subsequent appointments haven't matched that level of excellence. The case of former offensive coordinator Matt Canada, who Tomlin had to decide to let go of himself this season, is particularly striking. With an average scoring career output ranking 57th out of 130 in his collegiate career, his appointment to an NFL OC position raises questions. The Steelers' challenges this season extend beyond injuries and suspensions. They reflect a more profound need for strategic changes within the coaching staff, particularly in the offensive department. The onus is on Mike Tomlin to recognize this and act accordingly to steer the Pittsburgh Steelers back to their winning ways. Michael Pettaway Tomlin, born March 15, 1972, is an American football coach who is the head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the National Football League, NFL. Since joining the Steelers in 2007, he has led the team to 10 playoff runs, 7 division titles, 3 AFC championship games, 2 Super Bowl appearances, and a title in Super Bowl 43. At age 36, Tomlin became the youngest head coach to win the Super Bowl, a record which was later broken by Sean McVay in Super Bowl 56. Tomlin holds the record for most consecutive non-losing seasons to begin coaching career with 16 and has never had a losing season. Steelers Mason Rudolph gets real about not earning his $1,080,000 salary. The Pittsburgh Steelers are set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals this weekend in a game that could be do or die for their playoff hopes. The Steelers' loss to the Indianapolis Colts has them on the outside looking in regards to the current AFC playoff picture. The Steelers are hoping for improved play from George Pickens, who received a ton of hype before the season but was ripped for his effort versus the Colts. 7-time champion Tom Brady came to the defense of a Steelers defender who was ejected for his hit on Michael Pittman Jr. recently. A familiar Steelers face, QB Mason Rudolph, shared his innermost thoughts about whether he believes he's earned his salary or not during what has been an up-and-down year for Pittsburgh. With QBs Kenny Pickett and Mitch Trubisky likely to sit the bench this weekend, the Steelers' playoff hopes may come down to Mason Rudolph. The ex-Oklahoma State Cowboy has shown the talent and moxie necessary to win games in the past. Recently, reporter Mike DeFabua shared a quote from Rudolph on his mindset regarding whether he has earned his salary or not as a third-string QB up until now. Rudolph is set to start against breakout backup star Jake Browning of the Bengals. The Steelers' matchup is slated for 4:30 p.m. in Pittsburgh, and it could be the opportunity of a lifetime for Rudolph to prove he belongs against a fellow playoff contender. Rudolph was announced as Saturday's likely starter over Mitch Trubisky on Monday, according to coach Mike Tomlin. Rudolph has completed 2 passes for 3 yards on the year and has taken 1 sack. First-week starter Kenny Pickett, recovering from ankle surgery, has also not been ruled out according to recent reports. For now, it appears as though Rudolph is a sure bet to take the field as Pittsburgh's starter on Saturday, a development that could pay big dividends for Pittsburgh against their AFC North foes. Brett Mason Rudolph III, born July 17, 1995, is an American football quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers of the National Football League, NFL. He played college football at Oklahoma State, where he was a 3-year starter and won the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award during his last year. He was selected by the Steelers in the 3rd round of the 2018 NFL Draft. Rudolph spent the 2018 season as the Steelers' third-string quarterback and saw no game action in the regular season. He saw starting action in 2019 after Ben Roethlisberger was injured early in the season. He would alternate starts with Devlin Hodges throughout the season. He started in place of Roethlisberger twice between 2020 and 2021 before returning to third string in 2022 and again not playing. Should the 4-time Pro Bowl pass rusher sign with the Steelers? It's a week before Christmas. 'Tis the season for some grace from our bosses, fewer things to do, maybe a vacation bonus, or even, in Justin Houston's case, permission to go out. The Carolina Panthers cut the veteran edge rusher on Tuesday, bringing an amicable end to their short stint in the NFC South. The move brings minimal risk to the team and allows Houston, which turns 35 in January, a chance to pursue a better opportunity, and perhaps one last shot at a Super Bowl. As has been reported, Houston is open to playing again this season, but only to one contender. Should Steelers make an offer? Our analysis. Steelers is probably one of a dozen teams Houston would consider. One argument against: fans shouldn't expect a late-season backup because there simply isn't room for him. The Steelers are productive as a pass rush group. Pro Football Focus has the pass rush ranked 3rd in all of football, behind only the Cleveland Browns and San Francisco 49ers. They are 5th in sack percentage, one of 12 teams with at least 40 sacks, and are in the top half of the league in pressure percentage. It may not be the world champion unit it seemed after the first month of the season, but Steelers is perfectly fine in that regard. Additionally, the unit is also deep enough to sustain an injury. Houston has started 7 games this year and is officially a 4-time Pro Bowler. But its heyday was almost literally a decade ago. The veteran has just half a sack to his name in 7 games this season, struggling to stay on the field for what is a putrid Panthers defense. One argument on the other side: adding Houston could free up Parsons to play more off-ball linebacker. A place where Steelers was, as you may recall, interesting in Shaq Leonard. But then again, how would Steelers justify putting Houston on the field ahead? If Houston comes along and provides some guidance and depth for an extended run, so be it. But basically any other team fighting for the championship makes more sense for both parties. And you fan, what do you think of the Justin Houston situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.